let's just go into Pat Robertson.
Okay. What is old Pat up to?
He's talking about Halloween, actually. You know how they do a Q&A segment on the 700 Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Q&A segment, a concerned mother wrote in about letting her children celebrate Halloween.
Okay.
We want to get right to your email. Pat, this first one is from Hope, who says, my sister wants to throw a Halloween party for the children in our family. But
She's
I'm
a
Christian
witch!
woman and want to continue to instill these values in my children and grandchild, so I don't let them participate in trick-or-treating or costumes. My family feels like I'm stopping my kids' fun. Will it be wrong to let them go to the party and buy them costumes and just don't let them trick-or-treat? Please help, because I don't want to see them upset.
All right, Halloween.
So, just the question itself is pretty ridiculous. She's looking for a loophole too. You see that? She's like, well, what if they just go to a party and wear costumes, but not trick or treat?
Well, you know, it's the trick or treating that's really the evil part.
Right.
If you think about it.
Apparently,
going to a party dressed in a costume, that's no big deal. So are all costume parties evil, or just if you have it around Halloween? Like, what if you had a Christian-themed costume party? That's
what the day after Halloween, was traditionally.
What?
You know, the Feast of All Saints. That's what Halloween is the eve of, and that's where like all the saints, like back in the day, people used to dress as saints during that day.
I could never have a feast the day after Halloween because I typically ate all my candy when I got home.
Well, the Feast of All Saints was strategically placed where it is because of Halloween, basically.
Well, the next day for me was always consistent of like,
yeah, candy corn.
Why?
Do you eat candy corn? Do you like that shit?
You know, it's like if it's there, I will put it in my mouth and chew it and swallow it.
We're still talking about candy corn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, if I have other choices, like if there's literally any other candy choice, then the candy corn will probably be, that's like the lowest item on the food chain there. I mean, I'm going to go for like a Twix or a Reese's peanut butter cup or anything before a fucking candy corn.
Yeah. But you have eaten candy corn.
Yes.
So have I. And I don't think it's that bad.
Charged.
Some people hate it.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, like, I don't really have the hatred thing going, but it's kind of fun to put them on your teeth and act like they're fangs too. Like, I'm the candy corn monster.
All right, so
but that's about the most useful thing you can do with them.
So Pat's gonna weigh in on the question here.
Is a festival for demonic spirits. The whole idea of trick-or-treating.
It's actually a festival for children, but that's fine.
Druids would go to somebody's house and ask for money, and if they didn't get money, they'd kill one of their sheep. I mean, that was the trick.
Okay, but it kind of changed a little since then, though. I mean, like talking about like this thing has crazy origins where people used to go to people's houses and ask for money or kill sheep. It's like, okay, but that's not what it is anymore.
Yeah, don't
that's
hear
not
about
what it's
that.
been for a long fucking time.
I haven't heard about that for a while.
And these are the same people who complain about the War of Christmas, but they fucking refuse to acknowledge the very pagan origins of Christmas, and all the Christmas traditions have their roots in pagan beliefs, not Christian ones. I mean, there's no evidence scripturally that Jesus was born in December.
No.
They actually say that he was probably born in the spring or summer.
If he was born at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was serious stuff, and it was also all this business about goblins and jack-o'-lanterns and all that all comes out of
goblins and jack-o'-lanterns. Whoa, those are two very similar things, right?
Yeah, like
a pumpkin with a face carved in it.
That's evil. Don't you realize how evil that is, Ben?
I thought it was fun when I was a kid. Was I actually worshiping Satan while I was doing that?
You were.
Holy shit.
You were, not only were you worshiping Satan, you were sucking Satan's cock.
Well, I mean, in a way, because, you cut up the pumpkin and you pull all the guts out of it and then you roast the seeds.
And the way that started was the Druids would cut a person open and pull all their guts out.
I see.
Yeah, so really you're celebrating human sacrifice like the Druids. You're a monster, Ben.
Demonic rituals of the Druids and the people who lived in England at that particular time. I think churches can have Halloween parties. You can.
So a party is okay if it's a church.
Yeah, what is he getting at here? Is he committing to any answer at all to this question?
I think it's like you let some old dude with dementia answer questions on TV, it's always going to have some interesting results.
It's kind of crazy that at one time this guy ran for president and he was actually like a force to be reckoned with.
Well, it's too bad that didn't happen. I think America would be better if we'd had a Pat Robertson presidency. Halloween is evil.
Yeah.
Bob for apples and do stuff like that and turn it into a Christian festival.
When you're bobbing for apples, actually you're simulating putting Satan's nuts in your mouth.
That's what it is. The old pagan ritual, they used to castrate people and throw their balls in a giant vat of boiling acid.
Yeah, oh, man.
And then they would force people to stick their heads in there and
Pat Robertson
eat testicles.
Advocates children putting Satan's testicles in their
his mouth.
You heard it here first.
It's all evil. It's all druid shit. You know how evil the druids were.
That's what we ought to do.
They wore
we
those
need to
hoods
redeem
and
these
shit.
days, but that day was given over to satanic thing.